A very pleasant good day, my beloved brothers and sisters in Christ and also the body of Christ. Well, once again, this is your Christian brother Eric Gregson speaking to you all from his beloved country, Trinidad and Tobago, the land of my nativity, the land of my birth, Trinidad and Tobago, this wonderful island country that is in the blue Caribbean Sea. Speaking to you all in the month of February 2021. Well, brothers and sisters, I thank God for the opportunity once again in the land of the living, because if I'm in the land of the dead, I'll be not able to share this with you all because the dead doesn't know anything. So I thank God that I'm in the land of the living where I have the breath of life to come before you all using this medium, what we call this social media platform, the internet, YouTube, to reach out to you all with my Christian right hand of fellowship all over the world throughout the international community. On this day, and in this month, and in this year, I say welcome. So brothers and sisters, ladies and gentlemen, let us get at the meat of the matter and get this video started on the road early o'clock. Having said so, brothers and sisters, I want to discuss with you all something that is very important, although I record a video about that, and it was on my YouTube account, about the animals. A lot of you all will be upset and say Eric Gregson is talking a bunch of nonsensical foolishness and rubbish and dotishness to us. He's losing it. He's becoming a weirdo. He's a prophet of doom. He's a false teacher. Although I never claimed to be no prophet. Don't say all these things on me. Of course, my detractors all over the world, they will say, look, the foolishness he's talking about. We not hear no pastor, men of the cloth. We see no member of the clergy are talking this talk. We see no pastor, no prophet, no evangelist, television evangelist, no deacon, no elder of the church. No pastor talking this talk. But Eric Gregson is speaking this talk. He is telling us that the animals that God created are his children. How can the animals be the children of God? Is God seeing the children, the animals as children? And if they will say, well, if God is seeing the children of all the animals as his children, how can he, the very said God, tell the children of Israel and prescribe to the children of Israel the animals to eat and the animals not to eat? So then the animals is his children, but he's still telling we could kill the animals. And then when God introduced animal sacrifice, look how much animal they sacrifice. So the animals is children, but yet still he allow people to kill all these animals for animal sacrifice. That's a contradiction on the part of God. On all the part, it's a contradiction, not on the part of God. I am putting it to you all that all the animals that God created are his children. In spite he said kill and eat. When he tell Peter kill and eat, yes. When Jesus tell his disciples throw the net here and they catch fish, and he of himself after his resurrection eat boiled fish and honey. And he multiplied the fish for the people to eat. The bread and the fish for you to eat. Yes, but on all of them is his children. So he allowing us to kill his children and eat his children. That's a contradiction. It is not no contradiction. God give us the authority to do that, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls all over the world. But in reality, God blessed the animals before mankind, Adam and Eve, and he said, be multiply and fill the earth. So all the animals are his children, and God loved all the animals, and he cared for all of the animals. If you all believe that we could just take advantage of the animals and kick them about and bruise them and do what we want with them, you all have it wrong, or no? There are many groups all over the world, groups of animal rights groups, animal activists, and they all hear about cruelty against animals, wickedness against animals. But if you're killing animals to eat for human consumption, the right animal, nothing wrong with that. God allowed that, and he introduced that. It's in that context I'm talking about that. But otherwise, God loves all the animals and care for all the animals. So only think God only love all the angels, and He love none of the animals. So He love the angels and He love human beings. He love the trees and the moons and all these things, and none of the animals. He has not love for them. He even care about them. Oh, but He care about the moon, the sun, the angels, and mankind. All they have things mix up, and all they have it wrong. I am putting things in the right perspective towards you all, so you all will understand that and come to this grasp this understanding, deep comprehension. Ladies and gentlemen, heart, mind, and soul. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls all over the world, God loves all the animals because He made them and He owned them. They are His little children, and He made them and He owned them and He designed them and He fashioned them, and it belongs to Him. God cares for the animals. Remember Jesus Christ said, I feed the birds of the heavens. Oh yes, also all the animals, He take care of them. And let me teach you all something, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. God the Father that sits upon that holy throne in heaven, and Jesus Christ with Michael and Gabriel at the side with a big lofty big wings over the throne of God, with that lovely rainbow above the throne of God. When God, from that holy temple in heaven, when God look upon the earth and He see all the animals, you think God only looking at mankind and the angels that He create? All the things mix up again. He looking at the angels and mankind, and He looking at all the animals. And let me teach all you something now. You see them two tiger that is fighting in Africa, and the two monkey playing up on the tree. God is enjoying that. All he doesn't know that. Well, I'm teaching all of that. And the birds that are flying, and the penguin playing in the water. It's so nice this. Imagine little human beings coming and touching the penguin and feeling nice. And they be playing with the dolphin, man. The diving, the plane. And we teaching them all kind of tricks, and we happy about that. They're obeying us and all kind of things in Miami, Florida, for the people to see them, man. And training the dolphins and all these things. And we happy about that, and we laughing. And the seal. We get about a fish and eat and feel nice, and they come back up, we get them and next fish. Yes, and we feel nice, man. Well, the same way God is watching all the animals, and He gets excited about that. All of us know that the birds and them flying in the sky, God is watching the birds, and He's happy to see that the birds and them are flying. God is enjoying that, because they are His creation, because He created the birds to fly. When God watching all the birds flying, you know what God is thinking? So you all will say, look, I had the audacity to know to see how God is thinking. Have I guys see Him? So I talk about the minor God. Yes, well, I, Eric Braxton, is telling you all, I come from the minor God, and I tend to deal with the minor God. I come from the minor God. The loins are the minds of God. All the angels come from that. The loins are the minds of God is an example. In case it means it's talking about the thoughts of God. We come from His mind, His thoughts, and it is the Bible is talking about the loins by referring to the minds of God. In case, so I tend to deal with the mind of God because I come from the mind of God, and I tend to deal with the mind of the Holy One of Israel and with Jesus Christ. You all could say Eric Braxton is going mad, or he's going crazy, or he's losing it. You could say all these negativity, derogative label about me. I'm telling you all, when God see all the animals are playing and the dolphin, God is enjoying that because He's seeing all the animals playing. He created them to do that. Yeah, I leave it. God is excited about that when He see all the animals are playing and all these things. What about when the animals that we see in animal documentaries about the filmmakers who make the film a documentary, and we see that the lion is killing the bison and killing the young ones, and the lions are eating up the different animals, predator animals. Is God excited about that? Well, this is the ticklish point. So He's happy that He's seeing the birds and them are flying. right? He's happy that he's seeing the monkeys and them are playing. Fine. He's happy that he's seeing the dolphin are swimming and people are patting them. How wonderful. But the predator animals are killing one another, eating one another. Look the hunt, look at the biting of the bison, and they eating them, about 20 of them, because they are predators. They're not going and eat grass. They are meat eaters. Is God taking pleasure in that? I say no. Okay, you all will say that Eric Braxton doesn't know what he's saying. Well, I'm telling you all, God is not taking pleasure in that, but he's allowing it. You know why he's allowing that? Because of sin that have entered into this world. You see, because sin have entered into the world, the animals, they are predator animals and they are plant animals. The giraffe don't kill animals to eat. The deer don't kill animals to eat. They are plant eaters. But the other animals that are meat eaters will kill the giraffe and kill the deer to eat. On the crocodiles, they are not grass eaters. On they are meat eaters, they will kill the animals to eat. Okay, and they kill human beings to eat also. And many people have been lost their life in Australia and continue to lose their life in Australia and all over the part of the world by these crocodiles eating people and killing people. Right? So when the animals are killing one another, is God and killing other animals to eat them, and also human beings. Is God taking pleasure in that and happy about that? And clap and supporting the lions that are eating the bison. God is allowing it, but only thing God is happy about it. He's happy about it. That's why he's happy about you see the dolphins and them playing. Is that a contradiction? Is that a contradiction, ladies and gentlemen? He's happy that he see the dolphins are playing with one another and the other fishes. But is he happy the same way that he's seeing the shark is eating up the dolphin? Because the shark has to eat food too. He's a predator. Some you will say that's a contradiction. Well, he's allowing it to take place for a period of time. That's why he's allowing these animals to eat one another. Because that is the way how they will survive, to get food to eat. You don't expect me to carry rice and dumpling and make a pot of food and call all the kids to feed them. They will eat me up and eat up the food too. They will attack the other animals in the wilds and kill them. That's the natural habitat, the natural environment. See, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I hope that you all are following me, this little Christian boy Eric Braxton, that is speaking to you all in the Caribbean, in the Western world, very carefully, you know. After all, I'm reaching out to you all with my Christian right hand of fellowship, teaching you all these things all over the world, of course in the international community, using the social media platform, the internet, YouTube, to reach out to you all in this endeavor, in this teaching for this new year, 2001, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Yes, God is allowing that because of how sin entered the world. But there's a time that is coming, ladies and gentlemen, in the future, when he will put an end to it, as is mentioned in the book of Isaiah, where the lion will eat straw, grass. He will not go back to eating meat now, and that applies to all the predators. But the time when we will eat straw as the oxen, that time is coming in the future. So God will bring an end to that and He will put a stop to it. But for now, all this, the predator and the killing and the eating, the killing one, that will continue. That will continue for the time. Can we human beings put a stop to that? Well, I can't put a stop to that, and I don't know any human beings who ever live in the past or born in the future will put a stop to that. Let us try to put a stop to that now. Well, if I go in Africa, I'll see all the crocodiles in the infested waters and tell them all to stop eating other animals that are coming to drink here. I wouldn't even to put a stop to that. If I go inside, they will eat me up too, and I don't want to be the so-called dinner in the belly, gentlemen, because I seen it there. They want to kill he too and also eat he too. You understand? Because I am hungry, just as the crocodile. I want the deer to end up in my belly, not the I should not end up in the crocodile belly. You see the difference? Right, we all understand that. So what I'm trying to show you, that will come to an end in the future when the lion will go back eating the straw grass. And that applies to all meat-eating creature. So that is only for a period of time. Ladies and gentlemen, because of sin have brought that into the world. So let us come back to the point. All the animals are his children, including the crocodile too. Yes. And let me teach you all something. This is not an insult, neither to the angels and neither to mankind in my conclusion of this video. Don't you know that when the procreation of human beings have come to an end, eventually in the future, don't you know that all the human beings have come in this world, they will not bypass the animals? That's dealing with the bachak. All the species are bachaks and ants all over the world. They will triple the human beings that ever born in this world. Because right now currently as I speak in, there are trillions and there are zillions of bachaks, and all the species of bachaks and ants in the world. They will bypass in numbers all the human beings that ever come in this world. Oh yes, I should have deal with the angels first, but since I deal with the human beings, I think I put the cat before the horse. So let me change it around and put the cat before the horse, and not the horse before the cat. I put the cat before the horse. Let me put the horse and the cat after. The angels was created first. So let me put it in this perspective. There's more ants and more bachak, more than all the angels that God created. I are talking about the millions and trillions of them who live and have died in the past. I talking right now, currently alive right now as I speak. There are zillions and zillions and zillions and zillions of bachak and ants. That's in the continent of Africa alone. They bypass all the angels that exist. Why I can say that? Because amongst the bachaks, procreation is taking place amongst them, but amongst the angels, no procreation is taking place around them. So if God creates 1 zillion angels, it's just 1 zillion angels. But the bachak and them are multiplying each day, and they are coming to zillions and zillions and going over the 100 zillions. So more bachak is alive right now than all the angels that God created. And that including being, because right now, including human beings, because right now, currently as I speak, there's not even 10 billion human beings upon the earth. But I could assure you all, there's more than 100 zillion bachak and ants now. That's on the continent of Africa alone. And I even touch Brazil, none of the South American countries, none of the Polynesian islands, I even touch Asia, I even touch the Middle East alone, I even touch the Caribbean. That's in the continents of Africa. 45 countries make up Africa. Well, that's in these 45 countries of Africa alone. Right now, there's more than 100 zillion ants and bachakas alive in all the species of them. Oh my God! You know much. Try to find out how much is 1 zillion. That gone over more than that. My son is laughing. I have to bring him into the mix. All right, right. And I'm laughing too. Nothing wrong if you all smile. I welcome that. We have to cheer up sometimes, you know. Having said that, brothers and sisters, there's more than 100 zillion ants in Africa and bachak in Africa alone. Let's find out how much is 1 zillion, ladies and gentlemen. Not million and not billion and a zillion. Million, billion, trillion, and I hear they have zillions. So you see how much of them is alive, ladies and gentlemen. It is really baffling. And this is the kind of talk that I bring to you all and present before you all at the table each week, ladies and gentlemen. So that's why I'm encouraging you all to look at my YouTube account and present all yourself every week, and look out for my videos, and go to my YouTube account and give all my videos a high five, thumbs up high five, and share this video and tell others about it wide and far, brothers and sisters. So they will see each week, they will look for these very important message that I'm going to share with them, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls all over the world. So that's the reality. That's it. 100 trillions of them is alive, and only dealing with the batchaks and the ants, you know. I even dealing with the rest of the animals, you know. Oh, so you see how much of them. But let me remind you in conclusion, before I bring the curtain down on this video, there is no person that could have more children than God. You know, I have to sit down and think about this thing very carefully, you know. And I said to myself, is God is the creator? Yes, he have created the angels, the universe, the moon and the stars and all the animals. And I have questioned myself and said, wait a minute, that little lady in Africa, they say she have 50 children, biological children, and they have put her in the Guinness Book of World Record. Yes, no, she's the only woman that have 50 children. The others are 13, 25, but she's the only person that has the most children in the world. And I say she can have more children than God, because the very children that she have is God make them, and even including herself. And I start to ponder in my mind, and of course in my heart, mind and soul, and I said, it is God is the one that has the most children in the world. There is no other being that can have more children than God. And I said, to put this thing in its right perspective, there is no angels that could have more children than God. One. And there is no human being that could have more children than God. Two. Am I right? Why am I right? So simple. Because he created the angels and he created the animals and human beings. So he's the creator. So how any other being could have more children than he? Once again, am I trying to be funny? No, I'm being real. God is the creator. He created all the angels. He created mankind and he created the animals. Who owned it? Not God? And if he's seeing the angels as his children, which in fact they are his children, and mankind is his children, and the animals is his children, then can any angels have more children than God? The answer is no. I'm putting this on public record for one and all. Can any animals have more children than God? The answer is no, because the animals is his children. And to top it off, and in conclusion, can any human being have more children than God? The answer is no, because human beings is his children. So who is the being in the universe that have all the most children? God. Alright, well, you all do the maths. I have do the maths, I've worked it out, and I present the answer for you all. God is the only person that have all the children in the world. There's no other being that have more children than he. He's the creator God. Ladies and gentlemen, but in spite what I'm telling you all, a lot of you all doesn't like, deep down in all your heart, all doesn't like what I'm teaching you all doesn't like the information that I'm putting it out forward to you all. A lot of people will be upset with me teaching you all these things. Teaching you all these things. Seeing the animals is his children and all these things. Where he get that talk from? Where who teach he that? Eric Braxton. He have which book he read that in? Who is the author that you read for him to say these things? This is he concocting his own philosophy. He claimed to be a Bible teacher or a little Christian boy, as he has always present himself as his introduction to his videos. But now he's telling us where he get this thing from. Yeah, if he never tell us he's a pastor, he never tell us he's an evangelist or a prophet, and he never tell us he attend no seminary school to study theology, systematic study of religion, to get his PhD or bachelor degree in systematic theologies. I'm sure in these institutions they never taught in these things, because we not hear any pastor saying that. Joe Lewis, we never hear Dollar talking about that. The fellas with the big jet and plane, nothing wrong with that if they had the plane jet to that. And all this over there, we never hear Miles Monroe who have died talk about that, or Jim Baker, or Jimmy Swaggart, these American famous evangelists. Well, it are famous others, I wasn't able to call all of them. And a lot of them, we're not hearing them saying these things, but we hear Eric Braxton saying these things from Trinidad and Tobago, a little island country, Trinidad and Tobago. But these fellas from the big metropolis country, with a big major church, are not saying these things that Eric Braxton is saying. Who are teaching him these things? Where he are getting these things from? Who are putting these ideas in his head for him to stop to present these things towards us? But I'm getting it from? I'm getting it right from the Bible. Right from the Bible, I'm getting it from, ladies and gentlemen. All you think I was going outside and picking these things on the tree, like how you pick apple and plum. I'm getting it right from the Bible, from Genesis to Revelation. Where are they getting it from? Yes. Because in Genesis, when it say God created the animals, you see, I'm dealing with all the animals. And who's the creator of the animals? God. So I'm dealing with God and the animals he created. And then I'm understanding the animals, how to operate. And I'm showing you God own the animals. And how much animals it have. You see, he's the one who causing them to create and procreate. So then it belongs to he. So you see where I get it from the Bible. You see? And that applies to all of them. Yeah, getting it from. The Bible from Genesis to Revelation. Yeah, so once again, in conclusion of this video, God loves all the animals, all of them belongs to him. Oh yes, and you see how much of them? You see how much of them down here? You see how much of them? Oh boy, plenty animals on this boy. Every day we see them, the birds are whistling. Right now I'm listening to them. See the morning time also they're flying through the atmosphere. Whole day they're flying, the birds are flying on the tree everywhere we go. They're keeping the place lively because of course they're alive. And God is excited about all his little children. When God the Father and Jesus Christ, when they sit on the throne, only thing when we do think God happy and nice and dancing up there and clapping here. No, when the animals are playing, when they are flying, God is excited about that, and he like to see the birds fly because he created them to fly. Oh yes, the birds and them, the fish and them swimming. God is happy about that. Yes, because he created the fish to swim. Yes, so all of them. Yes, so because God loves all his little children, the animals, and he's happy to see them playing, that they're eating, they are playing with one another. The monkey is going up the tree, they're picking, the other monkey are thinking, looking at the next one and taking out lice and all these things. God is happy about that, and God is very seeing all what his animals are doing, all what his little children are doing, and God is very excited about that, and he likes to see the animals going that way. Yes. So what do you think he created them for? What do you think he created all the animals for? To fight and kill one another, all of them? All they have it wrong, eh? If all they think God create all the animals, for all the tigers to attack all the sheeps, and all the sheep to attack the buffalo, and all the buffalo attacking the bear, and all the bear attacking the giraffe, and all of them going against one another each day, day and night, and God sit down in heaven like that. Not at all. All you have it wrong, and all your things mix up and have it wrong. All you have it wrong, eh? All you have it wrong. So you see all the animals playing, all the animals flying, the birds flying. God wants to see all of them flying, and God is happy about that. Yes, because all of them is his children. He make them to do that, so that's why he's happy about that. But that's the predator. Is that's the part with the predator, the meat-eating part. He's allowing, but he'll bring that to a stop. And when he finally bring that to a stop, ladies and gentlemen, as is mentioned in the book of Isaiah, now the lion will play with the sheep, and the sheep will be playing the lion. But you see lion playing with sheep now. Lion looking to eat sheep now. And the crocodile will eat the sheep. But the time will come when the crocodile will be playing with the sheep, and the sheep will play with the crocodile in the future when he bring that to a stop. No more predator taking place again. Meat eating. Bringing all these things to a stop in the future, ladies and gentlemen. And this was what I'm discussing with you all. This is what I'm discussing with you all. So God the Father is on the throne, and Jesus Christ, they are watching all the animals. And they're happy about the animals that they create. And God loves all the animals and care for all the animals. Yes, ladies and gentlemen. Want you all to know that. Want you all to know that. Want you all to know that. The name of Jesus Christ that does that. Huh? Cleanser, okay. This is alright. Yes, God is happy about the animals. He's very happy about the animals that He creates. Oh yes. But you all will try to tell me, only human beings like the animals. They like to see the animals flying. They enjoy the birds flying. They join the monkey. They have a lot of animals for the pet. They like to have the different animals for the pet, even a snake and all of. And they're happy. You know, I get a nice, I buy a bird. Tell the next, you know, I a snail, a snake. You know, I have a morrocoil as my pet. Yeah, and the next girl or the boy is telling the girl, I'm very excited about that you have an animal. Oh, our dog is a nice dog. Be happy to have a dog. Oh, so he is happy to have a dog. She is happy to have a snake for the pet. She is happy to have a horse for his pet. He is happy to have a bird. But the very sad bird and snake that God made, he's not happy about it. Only have things wrong. Only have things wrong, ladies and gentlemen. So God is happy about all the animals. Oh yes, He's happy about all the animals, because He loves all the animals, and all of them is as His animal little children. So, you think all of them is little? Oh, you think God looking at the animals, ladies and gentlemen? Even I myself is look at the animals. When I look at the cat, when I look at the snake, I know I'm bigger than all of them. I know I'm bigger than all of them. But that means I go and get stung by the snake. You understand? But when I look at the animals, I know that the animals, I see the animals lower than me. Because in fact they're lower than me and I'm higher than the animals. You understand? And the same way how I will go to Australia and play with the kangaroo and hug him up and kiss him, and that nice bear on the tree, we just climb with the little one on the shoulder, I will hold him and kiss and play with them, and I would like to bring back one of them in Trinidad. You understand? Yeah, me about the society of the Jew, of the geological Zoological Society of Trinidad and Tobago take away my kangaroo and my two deer, the two bear for me. You understand? And them game wardens in it, but because they're following the game warden act, they might say, well, I might be able to bring it in, or if I do bring it in, I might have to get a license or whatever. I'll go through the protocol, no problem. You understand? And if they doesn't want me to bring it in, well, I'll just go to Australia when I afford to go and play with them and come back. So simple, if I do financial wear at all, no problem. Yes, but if I go to Australia, I'm looking to play with them, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm happy to go there to play with them, but God not happy about the animals that he created. You see, a contradiction. God is very happy about the animals that he created, and he loves all of them, and he cares for all of them, ladies and gentlemen. After all, they are his animal little children all over the world, and all nations of the earth. That he make and he create for his honor and for his glory. In the mighty name of Jesus Christ. Only thing no God create the animals for his honor and his glory too. Only thing was the angels first. No, God created all the angels for his honor and his glory first. Then he created all the animals for his honor and his glory too. Mankind after. A matter of fact, the Bible teaches us in the Psalm, everything that in the Psalms, everything God created, he created for his honor and his glory. Yes, all you feel aligned, but read the 150 Psalms, all you will see it. All you will see it, that everything God created is for his honor and his glory. It mentioned in book of Revelation, but I only mentioned it in book of Psalms. All that one, you all will have to find it and check it out for yourself. But I could assure you all in the book of Revelation. Now, he created everything he created for his honor and his glory. Right in the scriptures. Ladies and gentlemen. So in conclusion, brothers and sisters, in wrapping up time, in conclusion, God loves all the animals, all of them is his little children, and he cares for them. And that human beings, we do not have the authority to beat them up and to kick them up and to to slaughter them and to kill how much of them we want. You understand? And take advantage of them and practice animal cruelty against them. We doesn't have the authority to do that. If we catch ourselves doing these things to the animal, we'll be committing a great sin. Of course, in the eyes of God, concerning his wonderful little children that he have created, all the animals of the world. Yeah, you think with my gun, I go in the forest, I would just be shooting bird. Everything I go on a madman rampage. I see birds, I try to kill how much birds I want. I see snake, I try to shoot down how much snake I want. I see butterfly, I try to shoot down how much butterfly I want. I see crab, I try to kill how much crab. Any animal, insect I see, that's when they get rid of them. I'll be committing a great sin against God. Trying to eliminate all these wonderful animals that he created in my pathway with my guns and my ammunition that I have, that ton of firepower that the slaughter do mass damage to even the animals. If I even see a woman, all are looking to kill it. In the day of judgment, when I stand before God, God will tell me why you went in the forest with all the ammunition to kill all my animals and to shoot up the place. Did you know that I love that animal just as I love you, little boy? And they are my animal children as I love mankind? But you want to get rid of the animals. But with that gun and ammunition that you have, you then went down in the town to try to kill out everybody because you know the sheriff and the police have firepower just as you, and you trying to shoot them, they'll look to shoot you, so you get killed or they can get killed in the process. You know that fully well, but you know the animals are not going to shoot back at you, so you went with enough firepower to kill out all of them. You go tell that person in their judgment that then you recognize you should have go there and watch them and enjoy them and leave them alone. Watch them and leave them alone. But if you go there with the purpose to hunt for food to eat, yes, we welcome that. I welcome that. And of course God welcome that. You all know that, ladies and gentlemen, because that is the time of hunting season. You understand? That's the time of hunting season, and in all nations have the hunting season. and you tell her you license firearms to go and hunt. And the government in all countries have the Animal Act, the time to hunt and the time not to hunt. If they catch you hunting when it's not hunting season, you will be arrested and get charged by the game wardens in all the countries that is in charge of the forests and rural areas in the forest, because you have to give enough time for the animals to multiply back again. But if you in hunting season, you go on hunting, you will kill all the animal and extend them, bring them to extinction. So you see, so in all our countries have the law concerning that, ladies and gentlemen. So in conclusion, ladies and gentlemen, let us appreciate all the animals as God appreciates the animals. Let us show love to all the animals as God show love to the animals. They are his little children, and I am seeing them as his little children. In the context of I am not God, they are his children. But is the animals my children? The answer is no. Because I didn't make them, so they will be my children. They are my little friends. Oh, so Eric Braxton, you all, ladies and gentlemen, will ask the question now. How Eric Braxton is seeing the literature, all the animals as his little friends. We agree that the animals is not his children because he didn't make them. But we understand that they are the children of God because he's the creator. So all the animals are the little children of God. But Eric Braxton is not seeing the animals as his little children as God. I cannot see the little children animals as my children because I did not make them. They were created before me. Check in the book of Genesis, man was created on the sixth day, but the animals was created before man. So, but he is telling us now that all the animals are his friend. Yes, all the animals are my friend. You know why? Because God have given me authority over them. Because he tell Adam to have dominion over the fishes of the birds of the air and the fishes of the sea, and that before to all the animals. So they are my little friends. How come I am their little friends? Because I'm bigger than them. That's why they are my little friends. Only thing the alligator and the giraffe is at the same level with me. I'm in a different level of them, you know. They're not in the level of me. So that's why they are my little friends. But not my children, but they are my little friends. You all get the message? Right. They are my little friends, man. All the animals are my little friends. They are my little friends because I'm bigger than them. Why I'm bigger than them? So simple, because I'm created in the image and likeness of God. Once again, I am created in the image and likeness of God. Why is none of the animals that God created are not created in the image and likeness of God? Once again, I, Eric Braxton, I'm bigger than all the animals because I am created in the image and likeness of God. But none of the animals that God created, none of them is created in the image and likeness of God. They are created by the same creator God, but in a different context. Yes, I'm making up anything, or read it in the Bible for all yourself. You'll never see in the Bible where it say God created the animals in his image and likeness. You will see he create man in his image and likeness, but not the animals. But it's the same creator God. You see? You see? You see, ladies and gentlemen? So all of them are my little friends. You understand? Right. I hope that you all understand that loud and clear. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls all over the world, they are my little friends. They are my little friends. Indeed, that's what they are, my little friends. That's what they are, indeed, my little friends. My little friends, man. Ooh, all the animals of the world are my little friends. My little friend. And you know the Bible in the book of Proverbs, it's called the ants are little people. Is the animals people? Oh boy. But it said the ants are little people. You The little people. Well, I will say they are animals people. The little people. Ooh, boy. Yeah, there are a lot of things we don't understand about them, eh? So there's room for us to learn about them. There are a lot of things we don't understand about them. So we have to watch them and learn about them. There are many things we could learn about them. After all, what God said, go to the ants, thou slugger, consider her ways and be wise. God said, go to the ants, thou slugger, consider her ways and be wise. Oh boy, you see, although they are my little friends and I am higher than them, yet still God instructed me to go to the ants, consider her ways and be wise. And you see how small and tiny that ant is. God did not tell me to go to the elephant. But I know that included too. Same way I could go to the elephant and learn things, the ants and learn things. I could go to the elephant, the pig, and learn things from me too, and the giraffe. But he just mentioned the ants. But the ants is an animal, so it prefer to other animals too. He didn't mention all, but since it's animal, you could one from the next to the next to learn from them. And that is exactly what is taking place, and we are seeing it in the videos, because through the animal photographers and filmmakers, they are studying the animals and they are showing it us on documentaries, how the birds are laying the eggs, how they are taking the branch and making the nest, and we are learning what they are doing. And then he are showing us what the fishes and them are doing, and he's showing us what the monkeys and them are doing. Look the monkeys and them, they're moving in the group, but it are the watchers, those who are watching to see if anything will attack. And before they drink the water, it are those who are watching. And if they see any animal coming, he just give a noise, and they will know, well, we can't go and drink water again because an alligator is there, or bear, or tiger, or a lion is coming, and they will no longer drink the water because they need, and they will go away because the other monkeys are them. They are watching, keeping guards. So you see, we learning the different ways. So you see, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, the ants are little people, and then go to the ants down slugger and consider her ways. And we see what the answers do. I don't want to go into that. We know what the answers do. And then there's biters too. And when I get my little bite, I can take that, no problem, man. I can take that. Yes. When it's bite me, I time to kill them again. I take their bite and I go, me a time to kill ants and all kind of thing. But a lot of people can't take them bite from their monster. They want to kill all of them. Ooh, I done with that, yes. That's how much bite they give me, I just dust them off and I gone. After all, they are my little friends. And I'm bigger than them. Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls all over the world, I'm not trying to be funny. These are comical. You understand? But I have to discuss these things with you all. I have to discuss these things with you all. I have to discuss these things and present these things to you all on the table, and invite you all to come and eat and dine with me, Eric Braxton, through this teaching that I'm giving you all. Reaching out to you all with my Christian Right Hand Fellowship and presenting these things towards you all, so you all will accept it on all your heart, mind and soul. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls all over the world. Ooh, ladies and gentlemen. So God love all the little children, the animals. He care for them, he love them. After all, they are his creation, and he created them for his honor and his glory. Just as he created all the angels for his honor and his glory, create all the animals for his honor and his glory, and mankind also too for his honor and his glory. After all of them belongs to him. Ooh, boy, that is all this end. Nothing. let us see, carry this video to an hour. Let us give it an hour run. No problem. 10 minutes again. We'll give it an hour run. So yes, ladies and gentlemen, the animals, the animals, the animals. Are we excited by the animals? No, ladies and gentlemen, we are very excited by the animals. They liven up the place. In the morning time when we get up all 5 o'clock, coming to 6 o'clock. Who's the first? The birds and them already on the tree singing the wonderful song, the sweet little melody, tudu 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 tui, tweedy tweedy tee. They are livening up the place for us, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, and even in the daytime, you go in the forest or you close your house around the trees, they are making noise on the tree. All the different birds with the different song, yes, they are livening up the place and they are keeping the atmosphere and the environment very actively with the different noise and the sweet melody, the music that God have put in them for them to sing, and they are singing the wonderful. And look, the woodpecker, he's singing. Put your hand up, chup 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 chup. He popping the tree, making a tudu 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 tudu. You think it's somebody cutting down the trees? The woodpecker making that noise on the tree. Oh, look how much of them, and the parrots cuckoo cuckoo making one set of noise are flying. Oh boy, they are keeping the place very lively. They're all around us, but in the night time, all of them have gone to sleep. The place are quiet. Why you're not hearing them in the night time making all them songs? Is in the daytime they are doing that, keeping the place lively. Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes, oh yes, oh yes. But in the night time they have to go and sleep. It's only the night birds, the owl, and the prey of the night, as we call them, the owl and the different birds come out, ooh, ooh, and they make the noise and they're flying. One or two of them, but the majority are them that are livening up the place 12 hours a day. In the night time they go and sleep, and we know other creatures come out in the night time too, but I'm not talking about the flying ones, the birds. Yes. And you hear nobody. I'm not getting no complaint from nobody, and I'm seeing no one is complaining and saying every day I getting up, these birds are singing and they are making noise on the tree, and everywhere I go they are whistling and singing. Why they are shut up their mouth and keep quiet? All I've been doing that day, and all it give us a rest now. I'm not seeing no one is saying that. No one is saying that about them. And look, see they're making noise outside. Tweety tweet. Everybody welcome what they are doing. Yes, no one. I never hear no one say that. All they should shut up. All the birds, all they should shut up. All they making too much noise in the head. I hear nobody is saying that. Nobody is saying that, ladies and gentlemen. Nobody is saying that. They will quicker tell me, shut up my mouth. Yeah, and if I go in the way with them my microphone, let them shut up. You are false prophet. We have time to listen. You go in a workshop, we go in a workshop and drink rum and womanize our girls and all these things. You understand? And look for the girls. You come to tell us about Christianity. You shut up your mouth, preacher man. Or you go back home there. Tell me shut up. But the birds get up morning hearing birds. And right now he tell me that the birds on the tree whistling. He had to look up and tell the birds, you shut up your mouth. But he'll tell me that. You see, ladies and gentlemen, that's the reality about it. That's the reality about it. I hope I'll hit the hammer on the nail or no. Bam! Right. And you all know that, because you all are witnessing that every day, just as me. And you all know that? You all know that quite well, perfectly well. But I still have to mention it to you all. Still have to mention it to you all. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls all over the world. Oof. So ladies and gentlemen, in this conclusion, may God you help you all to understand what I've taught you all in this video, and appreciate everything that I have said, because what I've tell you all would recognize it for yourself. And I know a lot of things in this video I didn't have to teach you all that. You already know it concerning the animals and all these things. Understand? But to those who was ignorant to that fact, I hope I have thrown light where there was darkness, of course, in the mind, and illuminate their mind so they'll understand this great reality that I present before them. Oh, yes. But the Bible, the words of God, concerning the wonderful animals. You always hear what I said concerning the one. So you think God creates ugly animals? No, all the wonderful animals that He have created. Yes, all the wonderful animals that He have created. Yes, all the wonderful animals that He have created. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, all the wonderful animals that God have created. Yes, all of them is wonderful animals that He create. So the thing called create, half of the animals is wonderful animals, but the other half is not wonderful animals. You all have it wrong. All the animals that He created was wonderful. You know how I know that? Because in the book of Genesis it said, behold, everything that He created, it was very good. And He created the animals too. Well, all of them was very good and wonderful. What else can I say? That's it, that's it, that's it, that's it. I know the name, but in the mighty name of Jesus Christ, amen and amen. See you all in the next video soon. Bye bye, my friends.